If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
Calvin Cocoa Puff.
Hell yeah.
If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
If you want a pickle, you gotta give him a pickle, right?
You guys still there?
Baloney Nation.
What an intro, man, every
man.
week. That's
It gets
classic.
better every week,
I
doesn't
get
it?
I get goosebumps every time I hear it every week. It's insane.
Well, welcome to Talkin Baloney.
Welcome, Baloney Nation. Me, Jim Keezy, and the big guy.
Yeah, I'm the big guy. Hey.
That's it right there.
So we have a huge show. This is the show we've been waiting all week.
Yes, we have.
You got challenged.
I got challenged.
Let's see how tough he really is and take the sit-down, stand-up challenge.
The hell is that?
He challenges Jim Deezy to come up with a short stand-up routine and perform it on the following week's podcast.
I accept your challenge, Mr. Grant.
So today you are going to do the sit-down, stand-up challenge.
Yes.
3-minute stand-up routine from right there in your chair.
I want to apologize to anybody that I offend. Because, hey, it's all about making money. It's all about the corporate ladder.
So you bring up a couple interesting points.
Yeah.
Who are you planning on offending?
I'm not sure yet. You'll have to listen. You're going to have to listen, folks.
Okay.
No spoilers here.
Well, that's a good thing. I want to go in fresh.
Fresh and cool.
So in the spirit of your big challenge today, I thought we would talk stand-up comedy.
Oh, I love it.
How about that?
Let's do it. Topic near and dear to my heart.
So top of your head, your favorite all-time stand-up comedian.
Ooh.
Yeah. Put you right on the spot.
Dude, listen.
There's a lot of them.
There's a few of them, but because of their pending lawsuits, I won't mention them. But I'm a Jim Gaffigan guy.
Nice.
I am a beyond the pale Jim Gaffigan guy. Listen, family,
Yep.
food.
Lots of food.
He talks about vacations, more of his family. He craps on his wife and kids nonstop, but in a funny way.
Hot pockets.
Hot pockets. Jim Gaffigan's probably one of the... I would say he's a safe bet in comedy, too.
Yes.
He's not really going to go out there on the, he might offend some people here and there, and if he does, really, you probably shouldn't be living.
I think he pretty much avoids politics.
And that's actually what our show does here.
Yeah.
We avoid politics. Now, he does touch on religion from time to time.
Does, yeah.
We don't, folks. We don't.
Nothing is off limits on Talking Baloney.
Nope. Except politics and religion.
Except politics and religion.
Correct.
Yeah. I've said that once or twice.
Yeah. Just a few times here and there. If you want to go old school, I'd say Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Just because Eddie Murphy wasn't afraid to say anything.
Yeah. Now, he's like the direct opposite of Gaffigan.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy Raw, I believe, was the
Eddie
comedy
Murphy
special.
Raw. And in fact, he pulled off that suit while he was doing the show. But listen, he probably couldn't do that comedy special today.
No. I don't think anyone could do that comedy special.
But I'm going to say Gaffigan on my safe bet, and I'm going to say my favorite comedian when it comes to doing anything controversial, David Chappelle.
Okay, yeah.
Has to be.
Chappelle's good. Chappelle is... his politics has become more and more prominent, obviously. So there's a little bit of a... I don't know if he's lost some of his popularity necessarily, but he's not maybe as big as he was.
I like the fact that he's not afraid to say what's on his mind. And he doesn't care about the backlash from it. He doesn't care. He's been as high as you can go, and he's voluntarily walked away from it all.
True.
You can't go wrong with that, folks. It's not always about the money. It is to us, but it's not always about the money.
Getting back to Jim Gaffigan.
Yes.
I don't know if you knew he has he's fallen in love with Rochester.
I believe so you were telling me about this, the garbage plate.
He came to Rochester, and he's big on Twitter. So when he goes someplace, he's like, "Hey, I'm coming to your town. Tell me what I should do." And he got flooded with, "You got to get a garbage plate. You got to get a garbage plate." He had a garbage plate at Nick Tahoe's downtown, and is just in love with it, to the point that he's talked about it in videos. He talked about it on the Tonight Show. He's like an honorary Rochester citizen. And folks, if you don't know it, this podcast is filming in Rochester at a secret underground location. I had a garbage plate yesterday.
Was it that good?
Oh, it's so good.
What's on the garbage plate? I have never had a garbage plate, folks, ever.
Okay, so we just discovered next week's show, we're going to have garbage plates right here in the studio. A garbage plate it starts with your base.
Okay.
You've got mac salad and home fries is the traditional.
Okay.
They're together on a plate, side by side.
Okay.
On top of that, your choice of hot dogs, 2 hot dogs, or 2 hamburgers, 2 cheeseburgers.
What if can you get all of them?
Yeah, you could. You wouldn't finish it, but yeah.
Sounds like another challenge.
So when I say they're on it, I mean just the meat directly on top of the mac salad and home fries.
Ooh.
It's then covered with a meat sauce that has a little bit of a spice to it.
Okay.
And then traditionally mustard and onions.
Ooh.
You can
gonna have to get it without the onions, folks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could probably get it without onions, but I mean generally it's all the food right there in one plate piled on top of each other, and it's unbelievable.
Sounds tasty. I'm looking forward to it now. So are we eating these live next week on the show, or?
Well, I think we have to.
Well, you know what? Let's order them and let's do it. We'll bring them to you live, folks, right on the air. Wash it down with a good old cup of Jimbo Joe's coffee coming in 2029.
And we'll have a bucket standing by just in case.
For vomit. So he's a big fan of the garbage plate. That's awesome.
How do you feel about some of the big classic names? George Carlin comes to mind.
I like George Carlin because George Carlin, again, was one of those people. I think he was more on the political side of everything than he was anything else.
He definitely was.
Every one of his specials. Now, I got to hand it to him. I mean, he was one of the first guys dropping the F-bomb every other couple minutes in a comedy special.
Yeah. What I liked is, I feel, especially in the 80s, the 70s, when a guy had a routine, it's like everyone knew the routine. Like you could say George Carlin and you think of the 7 words or 9 words you can't say on TV.
Yes.
Or you think of the difference between football and baseball. Baseball is played on a diamond. Football is played on a battlefield.
Rest in peace, George Carlin.
Yeah.
There'll never be another like you.
And how do you feel? I think I know the answer to this. How do you feel about Jerry Seinfeld?
Listen, I like the Seinfeld show.
Okay.
But I just can't get by. It drives me freaking nuts. Can't do it.
You're not a fan.
Okay, so it's like the guy that used to run he reminds me a lot of the guy that used to be he had a night show he had a wife, and then he had a couple kids, and then the in-laws lived right across the street.
Ray
Romano. Kind of that same kind of humor. Both had the TV show, both did the stand-up comedy. Seinfeld's are pretty dry. Like his humor,
right.
Maybe it's a little bit more too hip for me. I don't know. But it seems like if you could put comedy on a gutter comedy and then the A-list comedy that's not really funny, but everybody laughs and claps because it's Seinfeld.
Wow. That was the biggest insult
That's kind
I think you can make to a comedian.
I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and watch it. And to be fair, I should probably go back and watch some of his older stuff.
Yeah.
Before he was a TV star.
Well, you should watch his stand-up in particular because, people take it or leave it with the TV show. But his stand-up, it's a lot of just the observations of everyday life that are like spot on. Like he has a routine about going to play like bumper cars, like an amusement park, and how there was always that one father and son pair Like the kid who couldn't be like in the car by himself, so he'd have his dad with him.
That's not fun, folks.
And then there'd always be that one kid who had to have the attendant, like riding along the back, doing the steering.
You're not tall enough, but you are tall enough, but you're just under. We're going to let you on just because we feel bad for you because all your friends got to go on the ride and we know they're going to obliterate you. So we're going to have the guy that starts it's going to hit the start button, run out to your car, hop on, and let you ride around with him.
Exactly.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
No, Seinfeld I liked him on the show. George Costanza, all those guys, Elaine, they were all great on the show. Kramer, my favorite.
Gotta love Kramer.
My favorite on Seinfeld. But I've listened to some of his stand-up comedy on Sirius XM, and not a sponsor.
No.
You could be if you want. We don't really need you. I mean, from the way it sounds, you talk to your customer service department, it sounds like you're going out of business every time I talk to you.
You know, we should bring them on as a sponsor just so we can then wait for them to try to cancel and make them jump through hoop after hoop to cancel their advertising with us.
Yes, hello. Yes, sir. How may we help you today? Yes, I'd like to cancel my SiriusXM subscription. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Let me transfer you to another department. Well, can't you do that? No, that's a special department. The other department, after being on hold for 15, 20 minutes, sometimes a half an hour, will then say, I'm sorry to hear that you'd like to leave us. What can we do to keep you? Well, I don't really listen to your car. I don't even have the car anymore. I got rid of the car. The car burned up, folks. On fire, car's gone. Well, here's what we're going to do for you. We're going to turn that subscription back on for another 6 months.
Yes.
At the end of that 6 months, because we're going to give you 6 months for free, and at the end of that 6 months, we're going to charge you $120. I don't need it. I don't have a car anymore. Well, how about a mobile device or something? How about you have a cell phone that you could turn the app on? Or
well, just so happens you're eligible to receive for the low price of $49.95 one of our home radios.
Oh, the Onyx radio.
Yeah.
That looks like an outdated alarm clock. Folks. You've all been there. You've all been there. Trust me. You could tell that rep till you're blue in the face. I don't have the car anymore. And you know what they're going to say? Well, go ahead and think about it. So we'll get back to you.
And heaven forbid you try to cancel via the website where there is no actual option to cancel. The best you can get is, I'd like to talk to someone.
Yeah. And you already know where that's going.
Yeah.
Their department's called Hell and Wait. Go to hell and wait is what they do to you.
Wow. So,
well, hey, listen, I've been a lifelong subscriber to SiriusXM. Because every time I have tried to cancel it, they've somehow, I just got frustrated. I'm like, they just billed my card. I'm just going to keep it for another 6 months.
Every time you're out,
they pull you back in.
That's right.
It's like the mob.
So speaking of, I don't know, stand-up comedy, is that what we're talking about? Other big names that come to mind. You mentioned the ones we can't say, Bill Cosby, Louis C.K.
Yes.
We can't even talk about them.
Yeah, no.
Anyone else?
Let's see. Well, we got what's his name? Darn it. All the names are, lost them all today. Fluffy.
Oh. Yeah, him.
He goes by Fluffy now.
Yeah.
He was funny.
I was never a fan of him.
No?
No.
He's kind of dry.
He was too happy all the time.
Yeah.
Smiles too much.
Yeah. He does talk a lot about food, though.
Yeah. Let me throw one out there. How about Stephen Wright? You remember him?
No.
Kind of bald, curly hair. Kind of looks like Larry from the Three Stooges. And he did a lot of, why do you drive on a driveway and park?
Oh, yes.
Or park on a driveway and drive on a parkway.
Yeah, yeah. You know who I just remembered the other day that did stand-up comedy?
Who?
Andy Griffin.
He started as a stand-up comic.
I did not know it, and I was driving home one day from work, and he was on the old comedy channel on satellite radio doing stand-up comedy. Did not know, and he was actually funny.
Yeah.
Clean fun.
Oh, very clean.
Very clean.
You don't get the Andy Taylor sheriff show without being a clean comic.
Now, there's a bunch of new comedians out there that they're all probably spin-offs of probably Howard Stern and all those guys, and the guy that I always call the Brooklyn Brawler from the from the Stern Show. The guy that's always got some kind of drug problem going on.
Artie Lang?
Artie Lang, yes, Artie Lang. I like the guy's routine.
Oh, yeah. He's funny.
Dirty as all hell, but I like the fact that he relates his real life to what his skit is. He's not afraid to throw himself like, yep, I've been in the gutter. I've been in the rooms talking to counselors and other people that were high on meth. And
that's kind of the funny thing about it. So he's one of those guys who's just really funny. He doesn't even need to be doing his routine. He's
just a funny guy all the time.
Always. There's kind of a guy, he's passed away now, but he used to be real heavy. His name was John Panette.
John Panette.
Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
He had one of the funniest routines. You talk about like a solid 7-minute, just perfect from start to finish. That was his. He did the whole routine about going to the Chinese buffet.
Yes.
Where they say it's all you can
eat. Get out.
When do you leave? You leave now. All these voices are not appropriate, by the way, but it was the 80s.
It was the 80s. And the 90s.
And he had jokes that tied into what we talked about with Jaws.
Yeah.
Because he was like, you're telling me by the third movie, that family, when the mom's like, let's go to the beach, he's not like saying, the beach? You remember Timmy? Remember?
It is always funny. Why would you want to go back to think about that for a second. Why would you want to go back to the beach?
Yeah.
If a couple of your family members were killed on the beach.
Right.
So like, hey, what's a nice vacation spot we can go to this year? Hey, let's go to the beach.
And it was the same family.
Yeah. We just had a funeral here a year ago. And a year prior to that.
Move to Missouri. That's the message after Jaws 1. Get away from the beach.
Or Kentucky. It's not safe in Kentucky. Don't go to Kentucky.
Be a terrible choice.
There's nothing good in Kentucky.
We don't talk about it.
No. I mean, unless you want to be a sponsor of our show.
So, we are going to take a break.
Yes, we are, folks. Got to caffeine up on our Jimbo Joe's coffee.
And when we come back, because we have so much to get to.
Oh, we do.
We're going to get right to the Baloney Nation letters,
emails,
voicemails,
text messages,
telegrams.
I had an airplane go over the other day with a little banner behind it telling us if they wanted a free T-shirt.
Bastards.
Woo! Welcome back. I had to take a deep breath there for a second.
That was a quick comeback. Touch off guard.
Welcome to Talkin Baloney. We're live here in our second segment.
Yeah, and we have coming up. I don't know if we've promoted it enough, but you are doing a stand-up routine.
Yeah, yes, we are. Yes, I am.
Yeah. It's the sit-down stand-up challenge, as challenged to you by Dennis Grant on last week's episode.
So is this a legit challenge? Like, is this a legit thing sweeping the nation right now?
Well, it's starting here. I know that much.
So do I have to call someone else out now?
Yes.
Man, who am I going to...
At the end of your routine, you will have to challenge someone.
Man. This is a tall order.
It is. We can make it even more challenging by saying they have to come on this show and do it. If you really want to throw down the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Or they can record it at home and send it to us.
That's no fun because they could be reading it off a script. I have no script in front of me, folks. Nothing. Yeah. Nothing but a coffee mug and some Sonic icy stuff.
You don't even have notes.
No notes.
Wow.
I'm doing my whole stand-up routine off the top of the noggin. Look out.
So before we get into that, we do have one little interesting tidbit.
Oh, yeah.
As we look at the giant ads on the screen, you
can
also see that The Big Files is now on IMDb.
What?
So if you're wondering, like, how is Hollywood going to discover Jim Deezy? Well, they're going to go to IMDb, they're going to see who played Tough Guy number 1, and they're going to click on your name.
Snap!
Just like that.
I love it. See, folks, it's called Big Time. There we are.
The Tough Guys listen to an amazing story from Ty Bowie, as seen on The Big File.
It's The Big File. Oh, man, what a time. What a time. I have to bring that shirt back out of retirement next week.
You should do it.
Why? You know what? Folks, I'm wearing the shirt next week.
Yes.
Bring it back.
We got to move some merch, too. That shirt is going to be available for sale.
The store is coming, folks. The store is coming.
Yeah. Just a matter of time.
Yeah. Maybe a couple weeks. A couple months. It's coming.
All right. So let's get right to Baloney Nation.
All right.
If you want to contact us, our number is 585-484-1770. And as always, we take voicemails or text messages.
Letters.
Yeah, you can send us a letter. We have an email address. You can reach us at talkinbaloney.com or on Twitter at baloneytalkin. Let's go right to the voicemail.
Hi, this is Michael from Indianapolis. Sylvester Stallone turned 74 on Monday, and I was wondering, you have any memories of favorite movie moments from Sly Stallone? Just checking. Take care. Bye.
So there you have it. A question from Michael in Indiana.
We got a lot of people calling in from Indiana. There must be nothing going on or they're just the hippest town in the world.
I think that's it. I really do. Indiana, they love baloney. Everyone knows it. This is the #1 show in Indiana. We have the voicemails to prove it.
Yes, we do. #1 show, folks, in Indiana.
So his question, if I can summarize it, Sylvester Stallone turned 74. What's your first memory of Sylvester Stallone?
Listen, I mean, you can only really relate Sylvester Stallone to 2 movie franchises, Rambo and Rocky.
Yeah.
All the other stuff that he did doesn't matter.
Cliffhanger?
I liked Cliffhanger, but it's like Rocky. Hey.
True. Well,
except Ivan Drago's a mountain. I mean, he is a mountain.
Yeah. What was that one where he was in a tunnel?
Oh,
Daylight?
Daylight, yeah. Where
yes.
Everything just happens to fall into place where the one tunnel, and he's there, happens to be right there.
Cobra?
Listen.
Come on.
You're the disease, and I'm the cure.
Stallone is probably worthy of a whole episode.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't want to go into too much because we'll probably get back to it at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. Happy birthday, Stallone.
Happy birthday to the Sly Man. I could probably quote every one of his one-liners in all of his movies, too.
Oh, yeah.
Not going to leak it today, folks. Nope. Yeah, a great actor. Folks, you guys, all you younger generation now will never experience that.
Oh.
Unless you go back and watch it on VHS.
What is VHS, Jim?
See, VHS was these tapes with video, and you used to put them in a player and then push the thing down and hit the play button.
You want a pickle, you got to give him a pickle, right?
It was great. It was great.
So, next question. This one, I don't know where these are coming from, but it's Ginger or Marianne? That's a Gilligan's Island reference.
I'm going to have to go with Ginger just because Marianne, that's my sister's name.
Oh, yeah.
Go with Ginger. Don't want this kid to be, I don't want there listening to a Maury Povich show or a Jerry Springer show. Jerry.
So I mentioned we had so many that we're a little backlogged on questions. So this one is from 2 weeks ago.
Oh, all right.
I'm so hungry after your Pudgy's Pizza episode. How do you guys rank the national pizza chains? Your Pizza Huts, your Domino's, your Papa John's.
So, Papa John's is good as if you eat it fresh and hot.
Okay.
If Papa John's sits for more than an hour, you might as well eat a cardboard box that your Pudgy's Pizza came in. Same flavor.
I've had that Papa John's.
Yeah. The fact that they put a pepper in the box, you know what that's for? I have no idea, and neither do they. Now, if Shaquille O'Neal brought me in a Papa John's pizza, I would eat that pizza. But I think Shaq needs to go to all these Papa John's and make sure they're all doing it the right way.
Shaq has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, because you can go to Papa John's in Virginia, and their Papa John's pizza was good.
Roar.
You go to Papa John's here in New York, and it tastes just like the sewer.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut. Let's talk about Pizza Hut for a second.
Let's talk Pizza Hut.
Are they even open anymore? Let's start there.
There are more nail salons and insurance companies that used to be Pizza Huts than any other business. They all still have that same building.
There it is, folks. Matter of fact, I've seen Pizza Huts that have been transformed into like rehab facilities for like legs and arms and stuff.
Yeah.
Still got the red roof and everything.
Probably the salad bar, too.
I always liked the salad bar at
Yeah.
Pizza Hut. I always liked the pizza when they brought it on that nice cast iron pan and they set it on the table in front of you, and it was great.
So freaking hot.
Perfect. The way I like pizza.
Yeah.
You order takeout, and it's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
Their pizza that they serve you on a table is completely different than the pizza that you get in the box. Not the same.
No.
Sorry, Pizza Hut, but it's the truth. And if you say you're open, you really should be open. You know, the sign says we're open, the banner says we're open. You call or you go to the door, and they're closed. Someone didn't get the memo.
All right. So
Domino's.
is Domino's the winner then? Are they the number one national chain?
I'm going to go with Domino's right now.
Yeah.
And I'm only going with Domino's as a second to Pudgy's.
Right.
It's a long ways.
Everyone knows Pudgy's is number one.
Pudgy's number one.
This is the race for number two.
So I'm going to go with Domino's.
Okay.
Because when I order pizza, and I order it the way I want it, and Domino's gives me that pizza exactly the way I ordered it, and if something stunk on that pizza, it's because I ordered it wrong. It tastes the same every time I get it. I like the consistency.
Yeah.
I like the fact that their staff seems happy that you're there, that they actually placed an order.
Okay.
Got to give them credit. Presentation is everything.
How do you feel about Domino's? Because they've changed a lot. They now have all kinds of other foods. They have pasta. They have all these chicken things. And
The pasta bowl in a bread bowl,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong if you want a heart attack.
But the pizza, totally different than it used to be.
Their pizzas, I got to hand it to them. Their pizza is good for fresh and quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not $5 fresh like Little Caesars.
No.
But can you really trust a pizza from a vending machine?
I'll tell you this. I judge Little Caesars differently than other pizzas. I don't compare them to Domino's or Pizza Hut. It's not like the same kind of pizza. It's bread with some sauce and cheese on it. But for $5, it's pretty good.
It's DiGiorno.
It's better than DiGiorno.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, see, if I was going to go my favorite pizza in a box,
Yeah.
frozen, I'd go DiGiorno
Okay.
versus Tony's Pizza or, you know, the store brand pizzas or whatnot. 'Cause
Tombstone?
I'm not a Tombstone pizza guy because when they first came out, good. When they mass produced their pizza now,
Yeah.
nope, not the same.
I'll still take a Tombstone stuffed crust over any other frozen pizza.
Folks, this might be another episode.
Yeah.
A Tombstone frozen pizza versus a DiGiorno frozen pizza.
Let's do it. We got our next two shows booked.
Next two shows are booked, folks. If you want to be part of the pizza challenge, pizza show. So yeah, my final answer would be Domino's.
All right. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Pizza Hut, if you're in the restaurant, it's a different story, but we don't even know where those restaurants are anymore.
Yeah, we don't even know if you're open because you clearly lie on social media.
All right. Now, again, they know out there in Baloney Nation that you're a big wrestling fan.
Oh, yeah.
So the wrestling questions just keep coming in. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
Ooh.
Now, maybe before you answer, I'll tell you this listener says Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Stone Cold,
And The Rock.
and The Rock.
That's my Mount Rushmore right there.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's pretty good.
You can't. There is really nobody else. Now, I would say, in fairness, that you could do a toss up between Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes.
Oh. Okay.
Because I think if Dusty Rhodes, with the stuff that he did outside of wrestling, I mean, we all know Ric Flair's stuff outside of wrestling was either divorce or things like that. But Dusty Rhodes
Sure.
carried himself very well. Family guy. I get Ric Flair was a family guy too, but let's look at what Dusty Rhodes did for the Performance Center at NXT.
Right.
No. I could very easily be swayed with taking Ric Flair or the Hulkster off and putting Dusty Rhodes up.
Wow. Mm-hmm. The Rock and Stone Cold are definite.
Got to have him up there because that was the whole Attitude Era right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would want to find a way to get Bret Hart in there. I don't know if I can get him above any of those guys, but I would want to try to.
I'd like to, but
Oh, Will Sasso, you humiliated me. That was from his appearance on Mad TV. Remember? No? WCW.
World Championship Wrestling. You catch the parody there?
All right. So one more question before we head to our next segment. Mm-hmm. The listener wants to know: are these questions real?
What are you, some kind of man? Get off this show!
Come on.
What are you, some kind of bot?
Yeah. That question's probably from a bot.
It's from a damn bot. What are you, some kind of Russian spy?
Yeah.
We ask these questions on Talkin Baloney.
I can verify 100% these questions were submitted through our text and voicemail line.
What do you think? We sit here and type this stuff out beforehand? Do you see any papers in front of me?
We don't have notes.
Yeah, dummy. You calling in the show, ask if it's real.
Yeah. 585-484-1770.
But thank you for the question. We appreciate it, listener. Thank you.
Right again. I will be right back.
We'll be back. More Talkin Baloney.
This is Talkin Baloney.
Welcome, folks. Talkin Baloney, live with Jim Kesey, the big guy.
And the big guy.
That's him right there, big guy.
Yep. We're at the part of the show where we're going to do the sit down stand up challenge.
Yes. I will be remaining seated, folks.
And possibly doing some comedy.
We're shooting for the stars.
So we actually had Dennis Grant called in, left a voicemail, and he wanted to share like some thoughts. So let's see what Dennis Grant has to say.
Jim Deezy, it's Mr. Hollywood himself, the devil, Dennis Grant, calling you from sunny, well, it's nighttime now where I'm calling you from, but sunny California, LA, Los Angeles. I'm so excited about you accepting the sit-down stand-up challenge, I think that's how it was. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be something special. I can't wait.
So there you have.
Well, Dennis, first off, I want to say I think you set your sights pretty high.
So obviously you've been thinking about this all week.
Oh, yeah.
You've been talking to people, getting opinions?
I have.
So what's everyone saying?
So I'm going to do my best here.
Uh-huh.
Some may be funny, some may not be funny. But I am going to stay true to form to our podcast mission statement. No politics, no religion.
All right. So it's going to be a clean.
Clean? Well, I'm not sure about clean or not,
Okay.
but
Clean by our standards.
clean by our standards. Let's say if you swept the floor and you didn't use a good broom. Does that make sense?
This is not a good start. We haven't started yet, by the way.
I'm here all week. Well, every week.
Yeah, once a week.
Once a week.
All right. So your family is, they're all going to be listening in tonight.
Yeah, everybody's going to be listening.
Yeah. Is there anything else we need to do to set this
No, let's
up?
just get this rolling because.
So you're ready?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to start the counter. You got 3 minutes, and we'll start right now.
Well, folks, This is Talkin Baloney, so anything I say is not our defined definition of our show. But I do want to start off for a second talking about aliens.
Okay.
And that's the ones up in the sky. Is there intelligent life form down here? Stop looking, because there isn't. I'm here all week, folks. No, I was actually watching some shows this week on TV, and I saw where they were talking about what's with the uptick in alien activity in the sky. We don't know. Neither do they. I think they're just watching right now from a distance going, they're imploding. So let them. We'll take over. They're picking out their spots right now where they want to build their businesses and where they want to build their colonies and take things over. So here, there's my response on aliens. Crickets. So let's talk about another topic near and dear to my heart, because I saw it several times on my way to the podcast today, and I've been talking about it all week. Big trucks. People driving big trucks. We all know that it means they're compensating for something. Correct? Yes, I am. But let's talk about people driving big trucks that are under 5 feet tall. First off, what's wrong with you? You're beyond compensating at that point. You're under 5 feet tall. Your truck's 10 feet in the air. There's no ladder. You got to climb. I watched a guy slip getting in a truck that was taller than he was, and he looked around to see if anybody saw him. Like, dude, what did you expect to happen? Yeah. So listen, I want to talk about another topic near and dear to my heart.
Oh, yeah?
Cats.
Oh.
So, folks, we've all had cats. You know how cats are. Nice, lovable, furry creatures. You know, the ones you pet, they sit on your lap, they purr, they, meow, they tell you when they're hungry. But what about when cats go bad?
Whoa.
You ever seen the show on Fox where good cats go bad? Nope. But they're going to do one day, and they're going to use my backstory. Let's talk about cats let's talk about cats that spray. Ooh. We all know what that smells like in the electrical sockets, in the textbooks, in the book bag, on the shoes, on the socks. Especially when they're dry and it's been there for a few days. You put it on, you go into the classroom, or you go into the building, and the hot air, the hot heat in the classroom all of a sudden sets in and permeates the whole room with that smell of fresh cat. Let me just say, folks, it's bad. I know from firsthand experience. I have a couple siblings of mine that can attest to that. They can say, hey, kill your cats. Don't let them live. Now, I do have cats myself now, and they're a bunch of hellions, but they're very well taken care of, and, they still knock a lot of stuff over, and they do their thing. But listen, cats, folks, spay and neuter your cats. It's what would the guy from The Price is Right say?
All right.
What? I got one more.
Oh, you got one more.
I got one more. This is
bonus.
This is a bonus. So, and I had this happen today. You see a commercial on TV and they say, "Come on down. We got over 50 years experience in this business." And it was a gold, silver, and diamond exchange commercial. Okay. We got over 50 years of experience in our store. The commercial shows 3 kids, probably just out of high school, that couldn't be 30 years old, 40 years old combined. Where's the 50 years of experience, folks? Where is it? And if you're advertising 50 years of experience, it should be in front of the customer when they come in. Just saying, folks. And on that note, wear a damn mask.
Oh, wow. You did it.
That's all I got, folks.
You went bonus time. We were expecting 3 minutes. You did almost 5.
What? And listen, I'm not saying all cats are bad. But most of them are.
Most of the ones you knew growing up.
Yeah. Listen, it took a long time for my wife to convince me that we were going to keep cats. It took a long time.
I bet.
By the way, Mad Dog, I'm sending you a cat for your birthday.
Again?
Coming to your house in a box with holes in it. But if it's dead when it gets there, that's on you.
So what'd you think? Was it a big sweat or was it no big deal?
Nah, not really a big deal. Like, one day, I'm going to live my dream and get up in front of a room full of people.
Yeah.
And they're either going to boo me or they're going to cheer me. I really don't frankly care what they do, but...
Well, there are comedy clubs up here in Rochester, so I think we can make this happen sometime.
One of these nights, folks, we might bring Talkin Baloney. Once the quarantine's over.
Oh, yeah. We're not going anywhere now.
No.
Or next year, probably.
See this, folks? Save lives.
All right. So this was a great show.
Listen, I was looking forward to this all week. Now I have to issue a challenge to someone else, don't I? Oh,
that's right. Sit down, stand up challenge. Who's it going to be? A friend of the show, I hope, so we can keep this going.
So, I think...
Yeah?
I might have to make a decision on this one by next week.
Oh.
I got to make sure they'll come on the show.
Well, like you said, I mean, if they have to, they
Calvin
can.
Cocoa Pop.
They can do it from home.
Calvin Cocoa Pop.
I think I need to call out the Mad Dog down in Richmond, Virginia.
Calvin Cocoa Pop.
Oh, yeah, Mad Dog. It's time for you to accept the sit-down, stand-up,
challenge.
Kneel challenge.
Kneel before Jim Deezy.
Yes. I want you to bring your A game, 3 minutes of comedy gold, bro. No politics, no religion.
Ooh. The gauntlet is thrown.
You got a week to respond. Or just text us.
Yeah, 585-484-1770.
Oh, yeah, and we'll have our fact checkers verifying everything you say in the pod. Shout out to Aunt Paula. I told you I'd mention you every week on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Surprisingly, we didn't have any corrections this week.
No, I'm starting to wonder if she's feeling a little under the weather maybe, or got some, maybe a health issue going on, or maybe you're just, frankly, don't give a crap.
Or maybe we're just that good.
Or maybe just because you seem like you're a little overly anxious to point out something we might have said wrong. Well, folks, it's been a real Sunday. Like, it's Sunday.
So you did your comedy challenge.
Yep.
It went pretty well.
Yeah.
We'll see what the viewers think.
We'll see what the viewers say.
I have a feeling the Baloney Nation Hotline is going to be lit up this week.
Look at all the lights already on the... Oh, they're already lit. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Stay tuned. And remember, stay classy, Rochester.
Ooh.